Hey everybody. Trying to get my microphone fixed. There we go. It's not pulling on my shirt. There we go. Hey Kate. Brittany. Yeah, get on in here. Scott Adams says, I'll call your name. Tracy. Kathy. Keep on coming. Melanie's here. She's from Mayfield. I remember her name. Elizabeth. That's where that's where I grew up kind of till I was about 10 years old. Cherie. Joy. I like the name Joy. Brooke. Y'all get on in here. Rebecca. Karen. Okay. Lots of things happening today. But I printed out the holiday control journal. Who all's printed out their holiday control journal? Show me hearts if you've printed out your holiday control journal. I want to see who's getting a head start on the holidays by printing out their holiday control journal. I printed mine out in grayscale because my printer cartridges need to be changed. I got them, but I just haven't changed them because I don't want to get stuff on my hands. Anyway, come on, y'all. Give me some hearts here. If you haven't printed it out yet, well, we're going to go over it. If you haven't done it, I want you to just get an old notebook somewhere that's got writing all in it and turn it upside down and let's write on the back side of the pages. Because you're going to, look at all of you. Okay. Now I'm going to go over the holiday control journal. We're going to get a head start. The holiday missions start, let me see. Let me get the calendar out. In October, we count back 6 weeks from Thanksgiving weekend. So October, November. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. They will start, I think, 1, 2. Let me count again, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. They start the 15th of October. October 15th is when they start. So we got 2 weeks. October 15th. Now, I got a little bit of news. Extra large mops are back in stock, and the cloths. I know a lot of you bought the mops without the extra cloths. They are back in stock. Get them today. Okay, so we're going to go over. Grab a notebook. An old notebook is fine because we're going to go over the different sections in the notebook. And there's, we talk about our little game. Our little game is that we're going to pretend like we're going on a cruise on December 1st, and we won't be home until December 21st. And in order to enjoy this cruise, we've got to get things done before we leave. So, let's get started. And that's what the first page is all about, talking about our cruise. We're going to be all excited. Now, you got to get the house ready. So, at the top of a page, I want you to write, get the house ready to cruise through the holidays. So, that means crisis cleaning and maintaining. Crisis cleaning and maintaining your home. And we do that in lots of ways. And establishing your routines. The first topic is get the house ready to cruise through the holidays. And then the second section is how to enjoy your holiday cruise. If I can get it up there, there it is. How to enjoy your holiday cruise. And your house is going to be on automatic pilot, which is wonderful. So I'm going to keep going. That's all about setting up your routines and doing your routines. Now, here is an important part. Third section. Holiday traditions. We've all grown up with traditions. My mother used to decorate like a fiend. She had me up on top of the house putting on lights when I was 10 years old. So, folks, adapt your traditions to fit your family. And there's a whole essay on that. Adapt the holiday traditions to fit your family. And sit down and have a family meeting and talk about the things that you like best, what you like for the holidays, what you may like for the holidays. Your husband doesn't care at all, and the kids. And there's a whole checklist here of things to talk about. What are the favorite foods? So start making some subtopics under this chapter. What's your favorite traditional foods? Well, for us at the holidays, I like to make an amalgamation cake for my son. It's his favorite cake, and he loves it. His Granny Elizabeth used to make it. It's a holiday tradition that I've kept up. I also make him boiled custard. She taught me how to make it, and we make boiled custard. What are your favorite decorations? Favorite things to do during the holidays, not just on Christmas, but do you like to go to visit Opryland Hotel? It's wonderful at Christmas time. Their Biltmore House here locally is wonderful at Christmas time. So talk about your favorite things to do. Even Dollywood is a fun place to go at Christmas time. So talk about those things. Do you like to go caroling? Do you like to have a Christmas party and invite people over? Do you want to have a Christmas open house in your house? And then maybe you want to add some new traditions. Somebody told you about something that was kind of fun. I know at my dentist office, Maxine has told me for years when her son was young, they didn't leave the house on Christmas Day. They would go visit his parents the weekend before Christmas, and then they would go visit her parents the weekend after Christmas. And that spread Christmas out over a whole week. And when your child is little, they don't want to get up and leave their toys that Santa brought. Write down the things that you don't like to do at Christmas. There's got to be some of those things. Next, holiday menu planning. Yep, we're going to do menu planning for the holidays. And I know somebody's saying, why now? Well, if you're going to have guests over to your house and they're going to stay at your house, you're going to have the holiday meal, but you got to feed them other times too. So let's look at your holiday breakfast. Let's look at any foods you're going to prepare for a party. Now's the time to start listing those things. Just keep it simple. Just get a head start. This is going to help you try to remember everything. And make a copy of your favorite recipe cards and tape them right here in your holiday control journal. Just tape them. I keep my holiday control journal in a red office in a bag. It's an avalanche. Guess what? I got a hot spot. So just think about, gathering up those recipes and putting them down in your holiday control journal so you don't have to go hunting for them. A little time spent now planning is going to save you a lot of time later. And then start building your grocery list. Just start building it. Doesn't mean you have to go buy it all, but some of the stuff that is dry you can buy, like flour and baking soda and other ingredients for your cookies and cakes and things that you like to do. And put that on your list of things that you want to do. You want to bake cookies for your friends. You want to do a cookie exchange. Start thinking about that. And then we have a whole section on let's bake some holiday cookies and gathering up your favorite recipes. Well, I have a recipe in my new book that I adapted while I was writing the book, and I'd started it last Christmas. I did this. I took a basic recipe, which was pretty much the recipe that's on the back of the Nestle's chocolate chip cookies. And I adapted it with changing some of the ingredients, making a base recipe for 5 different things of cookies, and then dividing the dough into 5 bowls, and then adding different things to it, wrapping it up in plastic wrap, and putting it in the refrigerator. And if it's too far out, you can put it in the freezer. It's wonderful. I got to do slice and bake cookies. I would just do up 2 cookie sheets full and put them in the oven and cook them, and then I would take them to somebody. Hot, fresh cookies. Yum. Put your recipes in your control journal. Now, what other baked items do you want to make to give away? I like to make monkey bread. I like to make cinnamon rolls. Homemade dough. We've all got bread machines stashed somewhere. You can make a sweet dough and pull apart dough, little bitty balls of dough that you roll in brown sugar and roll in butter and brown sugar and cinnamon and put pecans in it. And oh my, I'm getting hungry just thinking of it. That's some great stuff. You can bake them and put them on a cardboard covered with aluminum foil, let them cool, dump it out, put it in the freezer, and give it to your daughter-in-law for Christmas. Not for Christmas, but so she has some monkey bread. My daughter-in-law doesn't like pecans, so I make one that has no pecans in it. It's all about thinking ahead. Now, some other things that you like to make for the holidays. I have a cafe mocha recipe. I can give it to you right now. It's 1 part of instant coffee. I use Taster's Choice. It's 2 parts of Nestle's Quick. We all like Nestle's Quick. And it's 3 parts of instant milk, powdered milk. So you've got 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts. And you can measure with a cup. You can measure with the jar that the instant coffee comes in. 1 jar of coffee, fill the jar up twice with Nestle's Quick, and 3 jars, and you can put it in a food processor or you can stir it up. Then you can put it in little bags and put it in mugs and give it away to your friends for Christmas. Put a little scooper in there. Wow. You got time to go online and order some little wooden scoops to go in there. 2 or 3 scoops to a cup of hot water, and you've got cafe mocha. Yippee skippy. Everybody loves this recipe. But start thinking about the things that you want to bake that's extra. And let's get that stuff in the house. Because you don't have to wait till the last minute for these dried ingredients. So there's a whole checklist on what to think about when it comes to doing some holiday baking. Are you going to make gingerbread houses? That's a fun thing to do. You can make the gingerbread houses ahead of time and put them in the freezer. And then you just, not really the pieces to the gingerbread houses. There's recipes online. It's fun. But when you're all in a tizzy at Christmas time, when you're so caught up in having to do everything the last 2 weeks before Christmas, you don't have time to play because the stress level is so high that you don't even take the time to play. And you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off, and you're yelling at everybody, when if we can get this stuff done in the next month and a half, you're going to be relaxed and be able to enjoy your holidays and do some things that you really like doing. Now, here's the good part. We're going to start, making your list and checking it twice. We're going to start a holiday gift buying list. And you're going to write down. You're going to keep up with everything. This is all in your holiday control journal. And there's plenty of room, too. It's 3 pages of this stuff. It's who... We got a list to buy for, and we've got a list to make. So if you want to make something for someone, then you're going to have to start right now if you hadn't already started. So it's what to buy, how much to spend, make sure you watch your budget, where to buy, name the store, is it ordered yet? Is it wrapped? Just 15 minutes. Shipping arrangements. If you need to ship it out, know what that date is, the last day to ship, and let's get things done early. And if you've the item completed, and in the back of your book, I want you to take a manila folder or an envelope and keep your receipts in the back of the book. Tape it to the back cover, so that you have a place to put your receipts. Now, let's talk about if you're traveling. Traveling's not fun, especially during the holidays. You never know what the weather's going to be like. But if you're having to travel, you've got to make, if you're going to drive, if you're going to fly, if you're going to take a train, you've got to know when you're leaving, how long you're going to be gone. There's things that you have to do, like turn off your hot water heater, or get your car serviced. There's just lots of things that have to be done. And we have board your pet. I lost my little magic wand. Where's my magic wand? There it is. So, there's a whole list of things to do about that. What date are you leaving? How long will you be gone? What's the date of your return? Are you driving? Is the car serviced? A packing list, how many outfits you're going to need, all of it right here. Now for the decorating. It's time to decorate. What do you want to put in your entrance? Do you want a wreath on your door? Are you going to have a Christmas tree in every room? Do you have outside lights? Are they ready to go? Start thinking about these things. Do you want to bring out your holiday dish towels and a holiday tablecloth? I always like to do that. My dentist always gives me a holiday dish towel. Just start thinking about, going to drag out your flannel sheets and put them on the bed. Start thinking about it. I always have one of my fly people will give me a table decoration. And I love getting table decorations. Last year's was so pretty, and I put it on my coffee table. It had candles in it. It just made me happy. So, folks, start thinking about how you're going to decorate the different rooms in your house. And then there's a checklist for orders that you've made, and if they've come in, and if who they're for and everything. So, and dates to put on your calendar. This is important stuff. Shipping deadlines. Know what the shipping deadlines are. I haven't looked them up this year, but I know they're usually around the second week in December, but I'd have to look on the USPS website, and especially if it's military families and an APO date. Greeting cards, when do you want to mail those? Fly Lady Laura always mails hers the Tuesday or Wednesday before Thanksgiving. They're all done, ready to go. Are the packages going to be shipped in a different country? If you're traveling, the dates, these are things that you need to put on your calendar right now. So get your calendar out and start thinking about these things. Party dates, school functions. Is there going to be a Christmas pageant at church? Is there going to be a Christmas pageant at school? Is there going to be a Christmas chorus at school? Do you have friends that you like to get together with for Christmas? Set a date for that. Is your office going to have a party? Put that date on the calendar. Are you going to be volunteering, like at a soup kitchen or someplace else? Are you going to have your Christmas on a different date so you can volunteer at one of these meals for the homeless? Now, you've got to make some deadlines for your homemade gifts. When do you want to have them finished? So, folks, start thinking about these things. Doing a little bit of sitting down with your control journal right now, just going through it a little at a time, is going to help you. And then that's it. That's what's in your holiday control journal. And with it, it's going to give you the most peace that you have ever had during the holidays. You're not going to believe how much fun this is going to be. It really is. So, folks, take some time today to print out the holiday control journal, or just sit down with an old notebook and think about this stuff yourself. Now, let me get a drink of water. Next, Liz sent me some questions that y'all have been posting. So today, my sister Patty is in the bed with a stomach bug. Not fun. Not fun at all. But let me tell you, if you are able to get out of bed, you have to get dressed to lace up shoes. Do you hear me? My nose is itching. And we've already had company. Here's the first question. How does one motivate oneself to do housework on those days you feel nauseous for hours because of, for example, taking antibiotics or having tummy aches or worse? Well, if you're sick and you can get out of bed, you got to get dressed to lace up shoes. No ifs, ands, or buts. You have to get dressed to lace up shoes. Now, that doesn't mean you can't take your shoes off and get on the couch and take lots of rest. If you can get up and get dressed, then you're going to feel a little better, even if you have to run to the bathroom 5 times during an hour. If you need motivation, then you probably just need to lay down and rest. But if you've got little kids, you can't do that. So you've got to be in the room where they are. Now, you can set your timer for 1 minute and get up and do something. And usually right after you throw up is a good time to get some stuff done because you're feeling a little bit of easiness. And put together a sick bag. When I'm sick, I like my Pepto-Bismol. It's my go-to stomach trouble. But you can't give Pepto to babies. It's got aspirin in it. So talk to your doctor. Put together some Pedialyte, some popsicles that you can throw in the freezer, and some clear juices like grape juice, white grape juice. But don't drink it strong. Drink it diluted with some water or some ginger ale. Keep it not as strong on your tummy, and just take care of yourself. Just put together this bag of things that you're going to need. It's like, I call it the day at the beach. And if you'll search my website, flylady.net, for a day at the beach, I give you a whole list of things. And, we're putting away our pool toys. Well, keep out a shovel and a rubber scrubber and a little bucket and a blow-up air mattress. And, if you got to lay in the floor, why not lay on a blow-up air mattress? The cruising missions will start October 15th. You probably came in late. I went through the calendar and checked all that. Figured it out. But I'm telling you to get a head start right now on this holiday control journal, because the missions are going to give you specific things to do during the day, but the holiday control journal, you're going to be filling that out right now. So just listen to your body. And if the antibiotics are making you sick, follow the directions and have something on your stomach before you take them. Sometimes it says take with meals. And if you're pregnant, be careful with what you put in your body. If you've got nausea from morning sickness, you need to talk to your doctor. What are the needed sections in a control journal? For me, your morning, afternoon, and before bed routine are the most important sections in a control journal. Backing up all of your contacts in your phone are another important aspect of your control journal. Putting together a Christmas card list from those contacts. I keep my Christmas cards. Just like Judge Kavanaugh keeps his calendars, I keep my Christmas cards, and I can look at them and I know who I want to send to. And I was listening to the hearings yesterday, and he and his dad have calendars going back to 1972. That's when I was in high school. So they keep their calendars, and at Christmas time, they get their calendars out and they look at the highlights during the year. And I thought that was a sweet thing. That's a fun thing to do with your family, is to look at the weddings and the births and the things that have happened during the year. And I want you to get in your mind to give clutter-free gifts this year. Clutter-free gifts are going to make everybody happier. I love clutter-free gifts. My favorite thing to get has always been gift cards to restaurants. Any older person likes that. I like, what else? My Sephora face wipes, but they quit making them. So there, I'm out. But we're going to have some pink ones in before long. So talk to your family. See what they want for clutter-free gifts. I like to give gift cards. I've been trying to work on a solid bedtime, so I'm getting enough sleep and waking up awake. But I just don't get out of bed on time. Any suggestions for making my inner child get up? Well, I've been doing this for years, and I don't have an alarm clock anymore. I don't even put my phone in the bedroom. My clock, well, I could set it for alarm, but it's on top of my bookcase so that when I wake up, I can look up and see it, and it's huge. It's a big clock. Put your clock across the room so that you can't hit the snooze alarm. You have to get up and go turn it off, and once you're out of bed, it's harder to go back into bed. How do I get the house cleaned and organized when the rest of the family seem perfectly content with chaos? Well, that's because you've been perfectly content with chaos. You can do this by yourself. You are in charge of your home. Single women have to keep their house clean. They have learned how to delegate and get people to help. Military wives and husbands, They do this by themselves. So I would just quit whining and just jump in and go shine your sink. Okay. She goes on to say, it's 4 against 1 here. I spend hours each day cleaning only to have them come home and mess it up again. You don't clean house. You do not clean house to complain about it getting messed up. There's no whining here. How would it be? Just how would it be if you didn't have that little one in your house to pick up after? How would you feel as a parent? You have to be thankful for the dirty clothes, thankful for the dirty dishes, and you have to quit whining about it and show them and teach them how to pick up after themselves. That's why the house is a mess, because you haven't taught them how to do it in a loving, spirited way. You have to set the example, and you have to do it in love, or it's not going to happen. If you're going to expect your husband to pick up his dirty clothes up off the floor, if that's the worst thing you have to deal with your husband, then suck it up. That's all I got to say. If that's the worst thing you have to deal with is his dirty socks on the floor in the closet, then God love you. Quit whining. Quit nagging. Make a game of it. Your family will jump on board when you change your attitude. Okie dokie. Let's see what we got here. When are we beginning to cruise through the holidays? The missions will start October 15th, but we can start downloading our control journal right now. What are some good clutter-free gifts to give? Well, one of my favorite clutter-free gifts, let me grab it right here, is our calendar. Another clutter-free gift that you can get just about anywhere is a back scratcher. I love this thing. I have one in every room in my house and in the car. And it grabs things because it's got the little tip on it. It scratches my back. It reaches underneath the couch and the chair when the dog's toy rolls under it. This is a cool tool. It's one of my favorite clutter-free gifts. One year I tied red plaid bows on them and gave them to everybody at the office. And they still use them. They're little bamboo things. Other good clutter-free gifts. Any of our Fly Lady tools, purple rags, rubber scrubbers, they're on sale right now. Purple rags, rubber scrubbers, half price, rubber scrubbers are on a BOGO. Just keep it simple. What sounds like clutter? What sounds like clutter? That sounds like clutter to me. Let's see. I don't know what she's complaining about. Well, back scratcher is one of my favorite things. If I had a whole stack of them, I'd put Fly Lady on them and give them away. Anyway, they're great tools. And they're not clutter, because you can keep one in every room. How are you going to scratch your back when there's nobody around? When will the pink rags be available? I'm not for certain, but I'm hoping by the end of October. But I'm not for certain on that. Let's see. I think that's got all the questions. So do y'all have any questions? I'll run through those pretty fast. Let's see. Oh no. There we are. It's our attitude that pushes our family away. When we fuss and we treat our husband, tonight's date night. It really is date night. And when we treat our husband as if he were another child in the house, you're just asking for for him to go someplace else. So you can't do that. The two of you are together in this house. Are you planning on doing something? Last week we went to dinner on date night and it was nice. Do we do it all the time? We go out to dinner a lot, but do we go eat at this one place? No, we don't go there very often. Let's see, what's Mary say? Tips on coexisting with other adults living together. Well, you gotta keep the main areas of your home clean. And they're called clutter-free zones. Everybody has to keep their room clean. Now, you know what the definition of chaos is. Two women under the same roof. Two women under the same roof. That's the Japanese symbol for chaos. It's two women under the same roof. I got something underneath I had some nuts a while ago. Saturday's a good time for date night. Dinner and a concert. Oh, I like concerts. I'd like to go on a cruise to go to concerts. Just listen to one concert after another. Anyway, thanks, my haircut. I enjoy my haircut. She did a razor cut on it this time, and I went and got my driver's license done. That got my travel star. You put a star on your driver's license, and you can fly. But it's not till 2020. But I got a head start on it. My driver's license is done, and while my hair was looking good, I had to take my passport, my social security card, and another piece of mail that had my home address on it to prove that I lived there. And I had all three of those things in my purse when I got through at the beauty shop. And the DMV office is just right down from our office. So I went straight there as soon as I got through getting my hair done. And there it was done. My daughter and her partner have no routine and live in chaos. I tried helping and offering advice, but he's ADD and she can't catch a break. How can I help? Give her this book. Give her the 31 Baby Step book. That's a good book too. Sync Reflections is not a great book to give her, but this book is for millennials. And it's for older people too, but I think the millennials are going to love this book. I have so much trouble getting out of bed. I've had sleeping problems in the morning. And what's it say? And I'm comfy and warm and don't hurt. How much trouble? Hours later, I wish I could get up at a decent hour. Well, you got to get up and get dressed in the morning. That's just all there is to it. Last night, in the middle of the night, it was 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. And Robert let the little dog in. She'd been outside, and she came in, and she makes a beeline to our bed, and I'm turned over on my side, and in the dark, she licks me right in the face. And I was done. I almost got up and turned the TV on, but I know better than to do that. So I laid there for about an hour, trying to go back to sleep. And then I got my blankie, and I went to the couch, and I curled up on the couch with the cat. And I finally got about 4 more hours. I think I was up by 8 o'clock. Whew. Okay, any tips? Let's see what this says. Can't unpin it. Trying to find that question because I couldn't see it all. Well, I can't find the question. Oh, I'm having surgery Tuesday. Any tips? Going to pre-cooked meals and my routines early. Anything else I'm not thinking of? Well, main thing is you got to have your control journal put together. If somebody wants to come in and help you, you need your routines written out on a sheet of paper that tells them what you do each morning. So, write out your routines on note cards. And then put together, you can probably make a meal and put together 4 or 5 meals out of that one meal. I get these little trays, and I make my own little TV dinners, or stock up at the store with some TV dinners. And make sure you have everything you need. Have a water bottle by your bed so you don't have to get up and drink. You got to stay hydrated and just take care of yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to your doctor. And tell your doctor you don't want any opioids. No opioids. This will save you in the future, I promise. Okay, folks. I got to get this downloaded and uploaded and send it out to the world. Remember, extra large mops are back in stock, and the cloths. Start gathering up some clutter-free gifts that you want to give. We got purple rags, rubber scrubbers, multi-wands. You'll be good. How can we help ourselves when we can't? How can we help ourselves when we can't get going, especially in the morning? Well, you're not going to bed at a decent hour. Last night I was in bed by 11:30, but at 4 o'clock the dog wakes me up and I lose probably about 2 hours worth of sleep. So I slept until I felt like getting up. The sun was coming up and I got up and got dressed to lace up shoes. In fact, I dreamed what I was wearing, which I got up and I had it laid out. So. Okay, folks, let's get some stuff done. I got to check on this. Have you decluttered your front porch? Decluttered under the sink? Decluttered some mugs? Yep. Let's see if we can come up with 3 more. I'm going to put these away. We did those. And you may want to take inventory of your freezer in the next couple of weeks. Let's declutter our freezer and know what's in our freezers so that we can cook out of our freezers. And let's plan menus around those freezers, around the food that we have in the freezer. Declutter the junk drawer. We've all got them. If you have more than one junk drawer, you're disorganized. Let's see. Get rid of any old medicine, and you can do that by taking it to your drugstore or to your sheriff's department. There we go. And take inventory. I'm going to throw one more in there. Declutter your freezer, and let's declutter our pantry. Let's get our pantries ready so we have room to put this extra food we're buying. And we can get some things, caught up. Buy some extra flour, extra oatmeal, if you're going to, extra yeast, bread flour, cake flour, the different things you need. So let's start cooking out of our freezers. It won't be long until October's over and we're going into menu planning in November. So let's get a head start. Let's clear out our freezers and let's have some fun with it. And plan as many meals as you can out of what you've already purchased. And this is going to save you so much money. And another great clutter-free gift is that my sister gave me last year for Christmas. It was a box of frozen meat. Hamburger. It was organic. Grain-fed beef and pork. It was pork chops, hamburger, some steaks. It was some wonderful stuff. I have loved it so much. It was a great gift. Food is clutter-free gifts, especially if they eat it. So folks, have a good weekend. I'll probably see you tomorrow, but we never know because it's the weekend and Liz isn't here and Patty's sick. So y'all pray for my sister. She's got the stomach bug. Start putting together your own little day at the beach. Grab that beach bag that you've used this summer. Get it washed out, get the sand out of it, and start putting your stuff. And I save my holiday control journal from year to year, so I don't have to redo it. All I do is change the pages out that have the gifts list on there. So have fun. I love you all. I will see you later. Bye.